know when you're rolling.
Go ahead.
Good evening and welcome to the Downers Grove Township meeting of the Township Board of Trustees on May 17, 2018 at 7:30 p.m. I'd like to call this meeting to order and ask everyone to stand and join in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Clerk Grimsby, can you call the roll, please?
Trustee Downer.
Here.
Trustee Ferguson. Here. Trustee Kelly. Here. Trustee Vanderline.
Present.
Supervisor Coleman.
Here. We have a quorum, full quorum, including new moms. Well, welcome back from a short absence. At this point in time, we are at public comments where residents may speak on township issues in general. If you wish to speak, please have a form and hand it to the clerk. Seeing no comments, we'll move on to item number 5. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the previous board meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Of April 19, 2018.
Motion to approve the minutes of the board meeting from April 19, 2018 as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Any opposed say nay. Thank you. That's approved. Next item, can I get a motion to approve the audit?
Of the bills and claims?
Yes.
Yes. I'll make that motion.
I have a second, please.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Motion passes. Item number 7, our guest tonight is Kathy Rager, who's our Senior Services Coordinator. She's going to give us a short presentation on our job duties. Step on up.
Well, in your packet, I did kind of a running of my mind little double-sided sheet here. I am going to give a quiz when I'm done, so make sure you get pretty carefully. I was just kind of trying to do one now, a little bit of history of where I was, because I started out new services for most of the time I've been at the township, and now senior services at the present time. And trying to give you a kind of a little overview on daily activities for senior services, and I put down PR because we're kind of the face of the township in the front office, and so just answering the door basically, talking on the phone, making sure that we're greeting seniors and others that come to the counters, and telling them where they need to be, and and when they're looking for answers to different questions, whether it be across the hall or in our office. I also have done, since I'm new to the position in October over here, even though I have acquaintance and awareness of it, I've done a lot of research and maintenance of literature, and trying to really research the position, talk to the staff people that are here, and really get my feet wet in the senior services department. A lot of what we do there is sharing resources daily, pamphlets, referrals. There's countless information that we have at our disposal in the form of pamphlets from outside on housing and transportation and health and Village of Downers Grove chore service. I mean, there's a lot of phone calls that we get from seniors for all different types of services. So constantly answering those questions. I field phone calls pertaining to dial-a-ride, RTA, etc. Those are transportation issues. Our benefit access program, which is our license plate discount and ride-free program. We assist seniors that come into the office, whether they have an appointment or just walk in. We are able to take those, and I take those people to help them apply online. A lot of them are not computer friendly, so we do that for them, and then we monitor at the same time all of their applications and then mail them out when the certificate is approved. So it takes, we have to look at their financial information, that they have to bring with them, and make sure that that's all in accordance with the guidelines and qualifications for benefit access. I also help maintain appropriate flyers, brochures, pamphlets. I've been working on creating a senior flyer. I'm also working on some other items that I'll mention later. Dial-a-ride is a huge program here. We are trying to educate township seniors right now on what dial-a-ride is. I think we would have greater ridership as people really understand and know what it is, and we communicate this particular service to our township seniors. It's 65 or older, or disabled people for that service, and I've been trying to talk it up as people come into the office and are applying for their reduced fare discount at age 65. So I think, we're starting to get a few more people to sign on, but I think they associate it with, well, I'm not that old yet. So we're just saying, hey, it's just an enhancement and it's there if you need it. We also do our RTA, which is the reduced fare discount, which you only have to be 65, to get that, or disabled. For Metra, Pace Bus, you get the reduced fare card. Again, benefit access, it's low-income seniors, and then on the Banner News. Banner News is something that we used to do 4 times a year. Went down to 3, then 2, and then went to 1 time a year. It was done in color, now it's done in black and white. And a lot of this is due to our township budgets. We've had to kind of constrict those budgets. And working with Mark, we tried to enhance that again. We know, one of the things I think we've discovered in talking to seniors and others is that communication is one of our biggest issues. We don't need to reinvent the wheel. There's a lot of programs out there that are available for seniors, and we need to let them know where they are and what they are. We don't necessarily have to, we can host some here, collaborate and coordinate with other coalitions and groups, agencies in our township to help either, host something here or point them in the right direction. So that's part of the thing that we're trying to do right now is raise that communication level. And so our Friends for Downers Grove Township Seniors, which is the funding arm for our township seniors, is hoping to raise monies in the coming year to help support some of those services, for communication. Because mailing is a huge cost. And we already know that 73 and older, those people are, are reliant more on the mail, the snail mail, than they are on online or computers. So right now, Banner News is in the offing. We're on the final countdown on the current Banner News. Instead of 8 pages, it will be 12 pages. We hope to produce it in color, but right now we're looking at, we had always gone from the voter rolls before, and we were looking at, the last one that was done was age 64 and above, and we'd like to go down to age 60 and above. However, it was brought up at our senior advisory committee and our Friends for Downers Grove Township Seniors that, well, why are we just going by the voter rolls? And so I said, well, I don't know, I guess we've just always done that, it makes sense, but it also refines the amount, the count, because when you're looking at the senior population and then looking at a household count, it's a little less, of a population in mailing. However, I was able to work with several mailing services and understand what kind of population we're looking at beyond the voter rolls. And so it definitely goes up. There's quite a, if you're looking at 59 and above 59 years old, you're looking at 51,000, versus the 25.9 that I had. Now you can take out, we took out some different groupings because I had given them zip codes for a lot of the different area. And we took like Oak Brook out and Woodbridge out, the little pieces of township that we have in there and stayed in the major towns. And so taking those out and maybe going up a few years again, we can probably get it to maybe 28 or 29,000. So right now we're looking at trying to, figure out the most we can mail to at the lowest age. We don't want to go later than 65. We want to be at 64 and up, ideally 60, but we'd still like to maybe just get all of the population, including the voter rolls. And what's really driving that too is that, as you know, well maybe you don't know, but I know Mark knows, that the senior population is the fastest growing population in the township. So, and you can tell by the numbers that we have, from what we did on our last couple of Banner News to what we have now, it's like increased by 1/3 to 1/2. So the mailing costs have gone up significantly because we have a greater population of seniors now too that we're mailing to. So we're working on that. I'm hoping to get, finalize those numbers. We're finishing the corrections right now on the Banner News, trying to make sure that it's all, everything is done and that we can get it out within the next month. So, Banner News. Vintage Times. Hannah's program ran for over 30 years nonstop every month. Great record. Unfortunately, I, broke that record because, I started in October. So we have resurrected that, made contact with the village again, and I already did one. I did one in March, it aired in April. We're still trying and get exactly which times we can watch it and when, but it is available on a YouTube channel, and it's available on DG Channel 6, which is in the village of Downers Grove, and then it's AT&T Uverse on Channel 99, and then on Channel 19 Comcast. But it's certain days and certain times. So I'm going to publish that on the website to make sure. I think it already is there. I just want to make sure that it's accurate and that, how long that particular show airs, so that people can, access it. We also get copies of it and give it out to libraries and park districts, and we're thinking about getting more copies and giving them out to independent living centers, so that they can show that to their groups. So right now, we've done adult daycare so far, and I just did a senior scam presentation interview with Robert Petranek, who's in our senior advisory committee. We did Senior Scams 1, we'll be doing Senior Scams 2 in June. I've already got a couple others lined up, one with Hannah, I've got one with Greg Bolts for the senior home exemption and freeze, one with Gary in the fall, so that we can do, talk about LIHEAP when it starts up again in October. So we've got a few in the offing. Oh, and also with another lady that's going to do Housing 101 for seniors. So, and that's also part of the Speakers Bureau that we're trying to revive. There formerly was a Speakers Bureau here. And so right now, Robert Petranek is the leading actor in our Speakers Bureau, and he can do the senior scam presentation. He's branded it for our Friends for Downers Grove Township seniors. So he's already going to do it at 3 libraries and one of the senior living centers. He also did the interview with me. So we're trying to get that out there. Housing 101 will also be part of the Speakers Bureau, and I've got a few more in the offing too. Lastly, well, and I also gave you guys a Pocket Pal. That's one of the things we produced this year with the Salt Council. So that's on, we updated that. It's been something we've had for years, but it's just more currently updated with our boundaries, trying to keep it readable for seniors so that you can, see it visually, and give some basics, there, as far as, places you can go, people, people you can talk to for services that you need. We did the car care clinic last September. We do that, the senior advisory committee and SALT together do the car care clinic, and we do the AARP smart driving course once a year. I'd like to see maybe another event added to that in conjunction with SALT, throughout the year. And lastly, it's the Friends for Downers Grove Township Seniors. You can read a little bit more about that on your own. I know you guys have to continue with your meeting. So we've been doing some fundraisers. We're doing a monthly fundraiser at restaurants. Our current one in May 22nd, next Thursday, is at Culver's from 5 to 8 p.m. Please go there and eat. We get 10% of the proceeds. So we're trying to trickle in some money for the Friends for Downers Grove Township monthly, and then we're doing a major fundraiser in October. And that will be at Aspired Living. So, and if you have any questions, be happy to answer them. Yes?
Yeah, thank you for this presentation. I appreciate this, overview of this. Is there any reason why we don't have it in all of the cable municipal areas besides just Downers Grove? I mean, shouldn't it be on all of the other municipalities' cable programs?
If we do it through DGTV, they do it for free. It's been set up there for a long time. It shows all through Downers Grove, and actually the channels that it goes on to hits all of the township towns. So, and beyond, really, it goes beyond that. I should have given you a printout of that too. But those are the public access channels that we're able to access in the area. So was that answering your question?
Yeah.
Okay. I think there's some, like Thursday evenings at 9, there's a Thursday evening at 6, there's a morning time. I can, if you would like, I can send it to each of you, also that schedule. And, you can access them on the Village of Downers Grove website as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, historically, that's been one of the more popular shows on cable TV in this township.
Yeah, it was, they were very proud of it for having been the longest running TV show, continuously. So I needed to break that continuity, but getting revved up and started again, it took a little time to get going, so.
Do you want to put a plug in for the Rotary Fest that we're looking for?
Oh, yes. Just last but not least, you have a sheet in your packet for the Rotary Fest. So if you know of anyone, or if you yourself are available, we're looking for some, hopefully the not-for-profit is looking for some people to work shifts. We can work a maximum, your not-for-profit can work a maximum of 25 shifts for up to $1,000. Last year, the Friends for Downers Grove Township did 24 shifts, so we got just under that. So it's about $40 per shift. I have listed some shifts that I basically have some names in for myself that I would like to give up. So I put down, these are my shifts, and I reserved some day shifts because I figured that people might want to use those. I also put some suggestions of shifts that you might want to take that you would just have to sign up for yourself online. And it's, you could, if you look up, if you Google Rotary Fest 2018, it'll see volunteers sign up. And you can see what shifts are available, there's some later, different days. You can see what you'd like to do. But right now, we have 12 shifts filled. So there's still 13 shifts available. And I've got 7 of them reserved, okay?
If they sign up online, they have to make sure that they
Oh,
say
yeah.
it's for.
Friends for Downers Grove Township Seniors.
Yeah.
You have to name the organization, and then after that, you just put your name in, and it's very simple to sign up online. Just mention who you're, doing it for. And then you want to get a t-shirt, you order a t-shirt there, and they tell you what else to do. There is a training on Wednesday, I think it's the 13th of June, that is, especially because they sell it there, so they want to make sure you know the rules. Okay? Anything else?
Thank you, Kathy.
All right, so that's all in a nutshell.
I was gonna say, check with me tomorrow, because I'll take one of them.
Oh, okay,
There you go.
great, all right,
Yeah,
thank you.
if you guys have any questions or anything, if you refer to your pocket pal, you'll
Yes.
find Kathy's phone number or email on there.
Yes,
Easy
please call me,
contact.
yes. If you want one of the
In large
shifts
type.
that says my shifts, please call me. It's a lot of fun. I've done almost all the different shifts, and it can be a lot of fun to do it, and it really goes by fast, so. I even got my husband to come last year, and we took like 3 shifts.
Excellent, thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
At this point, we'll move on to item number 8. Can I get a motion concerning the renewal of the existing Torma insurance contract for June through June 2019?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
Is there any discussion? We can, as I said in my notes, we continue to benefit from participating in Torma. We can't find anything close to a competitive rate for this. It's a long-term contract, and barring any of the contract comments, I'll ask for a roll call vote on this.
Okay. Trustee Vanderland.
Aye.
Trustee Kelly.
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson. Trustee Downer.
Aye.
And Supervisor Trollman.
Aye. The motion to approve the renewal passes 5-0. Thank you very much. We'll move on to item number 9, motion to approve participation in the Citizen Community Emergency Response Team for 2018-2019. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
I'll second that.
This is another renewal of a current contract. We split the costs with the Highway Department. They do most of the heavy lifting. And they have training classes coming up shortly. Any other discussion? And that's also a roll call vote, please.
Trustee Downer.
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson.
Aye.
Trustee Vanderland.
Aye.
Trustee Kelly.
Aye.
Supervisor Trollman.
Aye. Motion to approve participation passes 5-0. Supervisors report very quickly. Interior upgrades, everybody can see, we're pretty much in the home stretch. South side exterior repairs that we approved last month are next. We do have approved permitting, so we're ready to go on that. As soon as everybody starts to come down from the shock of what we've already done, we'll shock them again. We had a very successful fish pantry food drive here over the weekend. They collected over 30,000 pounds of food for needy people. That's a good restock of the pantry. And then, of course, this coming Saturday at starting at 10 a.m., we'll have a short ceremony to honor the veterans that are buried at Oak Crest and Oak Hill cemeteries, and also acknowledge the assistance and help of the people that made it all possible. So that'll start at 10 a.m. and hope to see everybody there. From there, item 11, is there any old business? Seeing none, we'll go to item number 12. Is there any new business? Seeing none, we'll move it on to item number 13. Can I get a motion to move to executive session and also a citation of the reasons for adjourning to executive session?
I'll move to executive session pursuant to Open Meetings Act 5 ILCS 120/2C1 to discuss the appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body, and also pursuant to Open Meetings Act 5 ILCS 120/221 for discussion of minutes of meetings lawfully closed under this act, whether for the purposes of approval by the body of the minutes or semi-annual review of the minutes as mandated by section 2.06.
Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion on the motion? Can I get a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Downer.
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson.
Aye.
Trustee Kelly.
Aye.
Trustee Vandeline.
Aye.
Supervisor Troll.
Aye. Motion to move to executive session is approved 5-0. We are adjourned to executive session. We do anticipate returning to open session at some time in the future.
And the time,
The time is 7:50 p.m. Thank you. I will, at this point in time, I'll entertain a motion to return to open session.
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second?
Can I have a roll call vote, please, Clerk Grimsby?
okay. Trustee Downer.
Aye.
Trustee Ferguson.
Aye.
Trustee Kelly.
Aye.
Trustee Vandeline.
Aye.
Supervisor Troll.
Aye. The motion carries 5-0. We are back to open session at 8:45 p.m. There are no items to vote on at this time, so I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned. Our next meeting is June
15.
15th, 2018. We hope to see everybody here. Thank you.
Is that a Thursday? My calendar says no.
Third Thursday?
It's a Friday. June 15th is a Friday on my calendar.
The 12th?
Am I wrong?
I don't, all right.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Hang on, we might not be adjourned.
Should be.
Well, we are adjourned.
I've got the, 14th is a
It's
Thursday,
the
so it'll be
12th. The 12th.
Can't possibly be the
Or
third
19th.
Thursday.
you're looking at
The
Tuesdays.
third?
We're looking at Thursday.
Yeah, it would be the 21st.
15th is a Friday.
Yeah, the 21st is the third
June
Thursday.
21st, Thursday, June 21st is our next meeting.
Oh, okay.
Thank you and good night.